Hello and welcome everyone. Today I wanted to share my top 5 foolproof 200 IQ strategies that make use of the most underrated units and buildings in a way your enemy will never predict and path your way into the Hall of Fame for sure. Just like every normal game, we start with our first strategy in the Stone Age. You have probably all seen players trying to bulwark rush your altar, but I'm personally not convinced of this strategy, since repairing the altar is very easy, and if the enemy has his temple built, time is working against you. While bulwarks cannot really build up the pressure you need to destroy the altar. So, besides making some new players leave out of a panic, you can often not profit from a bulwark rush alone. That's where my genius idea comes into play. Instead of bulwark rushing their altar, we rush something much more important and probably irreplaceable: the enemy's berries. Think about it. Without the precious berries, your enemy will not be able to afford upgrades, produce warriors, or even make some jam for his sandwich. It's a flawless 200 IQ power play, so it's no surprise that the second my worker touches this enemy's berries, he sees no alternative but to quit.
Well, there goes one. That's pretty great, dude.
Our second strategy is also rather early game relevant. Many players who come from other RTS titles to war selection probably miss the monks that you could recruit in Age of Empires and whose power could turn an enemy into an ally. War selection tops that with the ability to force your enemy player into joining a new team. Instead of monks, we simply send a couple of workers into the enemy base and let them use their special ability, the worker dance. This slowly convinces the people of this enemy into questioning the legitimacy of their ruler, and if not stopped by enemy soldiers, your workers will force the enemy player to join a new team, which can be either yours or the team of dead players. Unfortunately, this guy chose the wrong team. Our next strategy is comparable to our first strategy. If you remember, we used the warehouse to take the enemy's berries, but this time we used barracks to take the enemy's hopes. This works very well when your enemy is busy elsewhere, so you have time to build a lot of barracks in front of their base, from which you can then recruit some kind-hearted axemen ready to convince your enemy that raising their weapons against you is a plan worth overthinking. When it's all set up, your enemy might find out about it and realize that it's too late.
Yeah, spearmen can against 100% of blues.
I mean, if he's really trying to find my temple here, I think he must be delusional.
Yeah.
No, he just he just examined. Wait, how many barracks are this? Oh my fucking lord! Mind-blowing is the strategy I will show you next. Food is probably the most essential resource in this game. You need it to recruit workers, but also any type of unit and even towers. So if you can cut the enemy's food income, you should always do that. Killing workers is the most forward approach to this, far from mind-blowing. Raiding enemy shorelines and destroying their fishing boats is also nothing unusual, and since my strat chat on Great Britain, this can be seen more often in the game.
I'm so sorry.
Best part, I'm coming with ships, he's building a wall at the coast. Raiding the enemy's base with armored Flammenwerfer when playing Germany to destroy the enemy's tractors and workers comes a little more mind-blowing for some of you. But to understand the true meaning of what mind-blowing really is, you have to try rushing the enemy's farm with your own tractors and take their wheat to show dominance. More tractors incoming, easy. Nice! I took 50 food from him. 50 food he can never get back. Has none of these strategies really convinced you? Are you still waiting for something extraordinary? Mind-blowing is not enough? You want an all-in strategy that bamboozles your enemies for days to come? A strategy which leaves you invincible? Wait no more. Our final strategy might be just what you're looking for. If you show up to the enemy and start building bulwarks in front of his altar, it is quite predictable what you will try now, and the enemy can quickly react to it. Sending warriors? Way too simple of a plan and takes too long. That's why my number 1 200 IQ play in war selection is this. After 2 minutes into the game, you take all your workers and run into an enemy's base. Building bulwarks? No. Fighting the enemy workers? Nope. This is all too simple. What we do is unique, fantastic, mind-blowing, a 1 in a million plan. We build a warehouse next to his berries and quit the game. How can anybody possibly counter this? You're more than welcome to try out these special strategies, and I wish you the best of luck succeeding with these plans. Will you be successful? Absolutely not. Will you have a hell of a joy trying this anyway? Oh yeah. Thank you everybody for watching, and see you in the next one.